Trying this again. We got disconnected last time, but now I'm in the warmth of this vehicle, and I got a little better connection. So, gonna hang out here for about, I don't know, 10, 20 minutes, right before I begin to celebrate my birthday. But want to see how you people are doing. Make sure I can see the chat here. I got this gimbal thing, and it's like not exactly working right now. Oh, because it turned off. How about that? I'm back. Let me see if this gimbal works again. Hold up. There we go. Kind of. All right, what up? You know what's funny? I haven't really been paying too much attention to what's been going on. Because need a mental break. I think I've been putting out videos, like 2 videos a day, for probably over a year, consistently, without any breaks. It's been very tiring mentally. So I was going to take kind of a break from all that stuff this weekend. I didn't do a live show on Friday. I did tweet about that in case people were wondering why there was no live stream. But I'm still practicing self-care. I am, because I have not been on Twitter. The world could be ending, and I have no idea. I really don't know what's going on. You like the hair? Thank you. All right. Somebody had a super chat in the last one, and I'll have to get back to you because I did not see it, and then the stream died. But we should be good here. Thanks for the birthday wishes, people. Anyways, you got topics, questions, anything you want to talk about? Yes, I'm a Scorpio boy. Last day for a haircut? Yeah, things are closing down again in Ontario, which is probably a good idea considering, the numbers are getting out of control. Mr. Sage, says I'm 40 today. Never would have thought we shared a birthday. Oh, awesome. Happy birthday to you too. Let's go on through the chats here. Maybe you guys can tell me what's been going on because I have no idea. Super chats come in. I'll get to that in a second. All right, I may not be able to see all these chats as they come in. There's too many. And Jackson says, this is what happens when you go wandering about in the woods. Yeah. Luckily, I found connection, so we're all good now. Rashawn Jacob says, happy birthday, man. Are you a gamer at all? Hell yeah. Huge gamer. In fact, that's kind of how I got my start doing anything on the internet. I used to write about games. It was sort of like I would never really made any or much money off of doing it. It was sort of like a hobby. And then I worked in marketing in the game industry for a few years. And then got tired of that and decided I needed to actually do something else. But games are still a big part of my life, for sure. How am I celebrating today? Asks Silverdale. Having a few drinks. I mean, there's not much you can really do during COVID. So just me and a couple of close people to me, just hanging out, enjoying ourselves, watching movies, drinking, chatting, having a good time. Dude, are you sleepy? Asks Eddie. I'm not, actually. Had a good sleep. Do I look sleepy? Chris Hate says, are you a fan of Vaush? Yeah, I think Vaush is great. Honestly, I think Vaush right now is putting out some of the best content out of anybody on the left. He's really quick. He speaks to an audience that I think is that needs to be spoken to. A lot of the people that are, teens, 20s, may have been taken over by people like Tim Pool. And I mean, you guys got to check out Vaush on Tim Pool's show. He was fantastic. Like he has a way of discussing issues that breaks it down in such a succinct, but also in a manner that I think a lot of people are able to absorb, because he's able to view issues from different perspectives. I think he said he was used to be like a libertarian, so he kind of has that perspective and he knows how to talk to people. He's solid. Toronto lockdown. I look sleepy. What are you guys talking about? I feel fine. Jeez, not making me feel good on my birthday. Black Caucus says Vaush is my favorite beside you. Oh, thank you. That's right. I'm with 400 of my friends right now. You are right, Gwen Bell. Don't cut my hair. I'm not cutting it. Are you legal today? What does that mean exactly? Hold up. More super chats. Let me grab some of these. Law Gnome says, happy birthday. Favorite kind of cake? What are your favorite holiday foods and drinks? Great question. Favorite cake? I like Boston cream cake. But chocolate cake in general, I don't know. I'm not overly into sweets. I'm actually more of a salty snack kind of person. But on my birthday, enjoy a piece of chocolate cake. And what was the other part of the question? Hold up. Lost it. Holiday foods and drinks. I'm just mostly a beer drinker, but otherwise like gin and tonic. But yeah. Black Caucus, how old are you today? I am mid-30s. I'm 35. That's how old I am. I don't like telling my age. I don't know why. It's weird. But yes, I'm 35. Throwing back the apple says, happy birthday, David. Have you heard of single payer healthcare, though? Yes, I have. Hold up. I think I missed some people. I got lawn gnomes. Kat Morin says, family Thanksgiving got canceled, so now I can't give my election speech to my neoliberal family members using your talking points about how progressive ideas are actually moderate and Biden is not. Happy birthday, by the way. Awesome. You can still do it over Zoom. Have a Zoom Thanksgiving. Here's the thing with the... You are correct to bring those points up, but it's also about the way you approach the conversation, because you can't go into a conversation trying to convince the person in that moment. It's more about planting seeds, and you have to sort of let people come to their own conclusions. People don't like, for whatever reason, in general, people don't like being wrong. So it's very rare that on the spot, especially if these people have, your family has long held beliefs, you're not going to convince anybody on the spot. But if you plant some seeds, then they may come back and think about it later and realize that you were correct. John Ettinger says, happy birthday, David. Thank you for your reporting. I live in upstate New York. Interested in U.S. and Canadian politics. Thank you for bringing me both. Oh, no problem. Actually, and I got part 2 of the Christo discussion going up today on the wealth tax, so watch for that in a few hours. I'll put that up. Shan, thank you. Thinks I look 24. It's very kind of you. Yeah, see, this is why I don't want to tell people. I'm perfectly happy that all of you think I'm mid-20s. It makes me feel good. Because once I tell you, then the secret's out. I hope I'm not the way YouTube sets these chats up. I hope I'm hitting, or I'm hitting all the paid chats, because I don't want to miss anybody that's paid to talk. But let me grab some random ones too. Bobby says, David, I hope you get nice and stoned today. Well, it is legal. It's definitely a possibility. Niraj says, does it ever worry you that Joe Biden is so old that he might pass away before January 21st? If that happens, who becomes president? That's a good question. I'm not sure about the process around that. I would assume it's Kamala Harris. I mean, their ticket won. Uh, I would think that's what would happen, but I don't think Biden's going to pass away before he's inaugurated. But he ain't lasting 8 years. May not last 4 years. May retire before then. Boreal Mist says, "Are you vegetarian/vegan?" I am pescatarian, but I gotta say, occasionally I do miss chicken. But KFC came out with a Beyond Meat chicken burger, and it is friggin' fantastic. So it's been hitting that chicken craving that I've been having. G-Man thought I was 16. Well, thank you. If you want to see how I look when I was 16, go back into my Instagram. You'll see some high school pics. I look like a child. Definitely a late bloomer. You and Christo released a video together. Let's go. Yep. Interview. Guys got to watch the Canadian content. Even if you're not Canadian, check it out. You'll learn some things. Realize that ultimately we're all having the same issues because it all comes down to capitalism. Just varying degrees. Aziz says, "What's your take on veganism?" I think it's fantastic. If you can do it, why not? I think factory farming is a major issue in our system. So the less meat that people eat, the less demand there is for it. I appreciate all the birthday wishes. Thank you, everybody. Oh, sorry, I'm missing some people here. Stray X, I'm gonna have to. Okay, if I miss people, I don't think I did. Stray X says, "Happy birthday, sir. Have a gram on me. Take it easy." Captain Nylon says, "David, I love your content. Happy birthday, you beautiful man. Keep the great hair." Thank you. Rex says, "What got you in politics? And did you major in poli-sci? Also, what made you care about American politics?" What got me into politics? Honestly, it was Colbert initially. I mean, I did not go to college for poli-sci. I was not into politics at all. I went for video production. I worked in news for a couple years, broadcast, and then that's when I became more into, what was actually being discussed, and that was kind of my entry point. And American politics have always interested me most, just because of I mean, there's so much. I feel like there's just so much more to it than there is in Canada. There's like just ongoing. There's something happening all the time. It's not quite that way here, and also just the impact that American politics has on the rest of the world is undeniable. So if you influence how the American political system operates, or you influence how people think in America, it can change how the rest of the world follows. Because, I mean, as an example, Canadians, we always compare ourselves to America. So it really lowers the bar in terms of what we even attempt to do. Because even our healthcare system, we don't have dental care covered. Medicare for all, Bernie's Medicare for all plan would have covered dental. And if you got dental care and we still didn't have it, you can bet your ass, even the Conservative Party here would be fighting for dental care, because the idea that the Americans would have something that we don't would tune a lot of people into the fact that we need to improve our healthcare system. So the impact in terms of policy, culturally, massive impact, at least when it comes to what happens here in Canada. Yes, dental and vision. FC, thank you. Pink Moon, thank you. Jeff Barnes says, "Doing a Zoom funeral in 2 hours. Weirdest timeline ever. Happy birthday." That is really weird. I guess people have to do that. I hadn't even considered that. It's got to be a weird experience. John Charlton says, "Happy birthday, Dave. Biden versus Trump in an octagon. Who wins?" Biden versus... I would say probably Trump because he would fight dirty. Unless there's actual rules, like UFC rules. I don't know. I have no idea what would happen in that scenario. Trump is just fatter. Maybe he could just sit on Biden and that would be it. I don't know. Steve Bradley says, "Happy birthday. I didn't buy you anything, but here's some worthless US dollars. Use them as you will." Not worthless at all. Thank you, Steve, so much. Joshua says, "David, what's your opinion on Marxism-Leninism? Also, happy birthday, brother. Sending you love from Texas." As somebody who has not read Marx, I can't really go off on specifics. But the critique of capitalism is spot on. So, of course, I think it's perfectly fine. Obviously, when it comes to trying to push the idea of, I mean, the real issue isn't even necessarily our politics as much as it is a cultural issue, because everything we experience, everything we interact with, what is popular in terms of how our entire culture operates with movies, games, everything, just the just the free market system. It's going to take a long time to try and decouple ourselves from how that system operates and how it works against the average individual. But this is why it is important to discuss these issues. And also, I mean, it makes me think of how, when it comes to what we consume in terms of media, like I was seeing Marco Rubio the other day talk about how the media hates Republicans. Like, are you effing kidding me? Like, name me a single Marxist that hosts a news program on television show, or a news program on TV. Like, they don't exist. They don't give shows to communists and socialists. So our entire system is designed around thinking that capitalism is the only way, that a free market system is the only way, and there's very little critique of that. So step one would be to have somebody with a completely different perspective, like a Richard Wolff, host a major media program. Of course, that will never happen, but that would begin the process to open some minds for sure. Mona says, "I feel like I'm in the car with David." Well, you kind of are. All right, who did I miss here? Gina McGrath says, "Dumb question, but do you know or met any Canadians that use words such as a or a boot, like South Park Canadian characters?" Yeah, I mean, it's not as... There's an obvious parody when it comes to how South Park portrays it, but no, I think I even say, apparently I say about in a very Canadian way, and I don't even notice it. And yes, Canadians say a. So there's truth to every joke like that. I mean, that's why it's funny. That's why those those characters are funny, because that's kind of what Canadians are like, but obviously to an extreme. Suffragium says, "Happy B-Day. Please tell me if the following is not correct. Canadians are not allowed to travel into America, but they can travel to Cuba." You mean right now? Or in general? My understanding is there's no travel at all right now. So the border between America and the U.S., between Canada and the U.S. is closed for sure. But except for shipping and I guess people that maybe work across the border, but no, it's the border's pretty much shut down. I don't think there are any flights. Again, I don't I don't know. I don't think there are any flights going out of Canada unless it's for business purposes. But I don't know. Cuba's nice though. I do know that. Been to Cuba a couple times. Very nice place. Raul Ventura says, "Happy birthday, dude, from San Diego. Thank you for the incredible takes on our politics. Going to smoke this joint in your honor. Much love. Enjoy it." Club Party 44 says, "Where exactly do you identify politically? Who are you hoping will run for okay, let me start with the first question. I prefer to think of myself as of the left. I don't I don't love labels. And it's because people have different ideas of what different things mean. So I don't always find it productive to really put a label on myself, especially because my own political, ideology has shifted over the years. So it wouldn't make sense for me to say, hey, I'm a, social democrat if I feel like I'm moving more towards, democratic socialism. So I prefer to say I'm of the left. And really, I mean, when it comes to my content, you see what I do. I'm focused more on what is possible right now, or the discussions that are in front of us right now. I think it's awesome that there are people that are focused on, long-term goals and educating people about that. But that's not my role. There are people that do that, and I think it's important they do that. But my role is more about what is going on the day to day, and educating people on that, and trying to get them on board with what is possible in the meantime. But yeah, I'm of the left, I guess. Now I lost the chat. Why does YouTube do this? Okay, I got to scroll up to find the rest of those questions. There's like 3 questions in there. Here we go. Who are you hoping will run for prez in 2024? I'm hoping Nina Turner, maybe AOC. Anybody else, we'll have to wait and see. Also, Marco Rubio looks more like Mr. Potato Head. Never really thought that. Excuse me. Okay, scrolling down to the next one. I don't know who this JJ person is that people always bring up. I have no idea. Man. Here we go. Harris Rudolph says, "What are your thoughts on Liberty University in Virginia?" I have no thoughts. I have no idea. Scrolling more. Jesse Williams says, "Damn, bro, we have the same birthday. Awesome. Happy birthday, Jesse." There's been a few people so far that have mentioned that. I mean, I guess if you see, there's over 400 people here, chances are someone else here has the same birthday. Mr. Sushi says, "Happy birthday. Yo, you guys got to stop sending the U.S. all your weirdos." Stephen Clam Chowder, Jordan P. Turd, San, etc. Oh, Peterson. I know. Hey, we aren't sending them. They're going over there because they realize they have a much larger audience for their bullshit that is willing to accept it. So, unfortunately, I feel like Fox News kind of paved the way for the rest of these dipshits to come and make a living. An idea guy says, "Do you know you're the hottest person on BreadTube?" Am I part of BreadTube? Sure, why not? Isn't BreadTube more of like ContraPoints, like pre-planned, long form content? But I don't know. All these labels take on different meanings. All right, a lot of fantastic comments. Thank you to everyone that has said happy birthday. You should talk to Vaush sometime. My scrolling is loud. I'm sorry. I'll try to not get my nail hitting the glass. Did you see the Vaush Pacman interview? Yes, I did, actually. I enjoyed it. You look cold. That's because it's cold. All right. A few more minutes. Probably going to get out of here. Celebrate the birthday. Make sure you watch for that, the rest of the Christo discussion. We discussed the wealth tax that was rejected. The wealth tax motion rejected by the Liberals and the Tories. Money Ray Lucas says, you ever tripped on mushrooms? Well, hypothetically, if that was a thing that a person like me did, I would imagine that, yes, maybe that person has. And maybe it was a great time. And maybe they had some introspection and learned a lot about themselves. Totally possible. Who's your go-to YouTube progressive streamer? Honestly, I'm so busy I don't watch a lot, but I like Majority Report and I like Vaush. It's kind of when I have some time, since they cover a lot of things I don't, it's good to watch that stuff. I try to watch anything I'm not covering. It's kind of like, or anything presented in a way that I don't present in the same way. Like that's why I like watching streamers. 'Cause I don't really stream, so I like that's kind of the content I tend to get into. All right. Genevieve says, no, I like the nail hitting sound. It's David Dole ASMR. All right. What's your haircut routine or hair care routine if you have one? I don't. Wash, shampoo, condition, and this is how it dries. So that's it. Though I have been putting on an after shower conditioner recently. That's helping a little bit. I heard loud beeping. Sounded like a fire alarm. Anyways. All right. Gonna grab these last chats. I don't want to bore you guys too much. Robert says, also scroll up because I may have missed some. YouTube cuts these things off. Robert Dredden says, what do you suspect will happen to Donald Trump on January 20th, 2021? I think he'll be escorted out. I think he'll leave. He'll claim rigged, but he can't stay. He'll claim rigged and then maybe run again in 4 years, which would be goddamn horrible. Thank you, Sebastian. A lot of happy birthdays here. Thank you all. Nouvelle says, happy birthday. Glad to hear you're a fellow Vaush fan. Your beauty is incredible, by the way. Thank you. Is a random background squirrel good look? I thought I saw a squirrel back there. Yeah. Bara, I'm really bad at names. Bara Twaj, I'm sure I said that wrong, says, happy birthday. Doesn't veganism presuppose ownership of land? Veganism involves economic restructuring rather than just lifestyle. Yes, I agree with you. But the question before was about, individual action. In terms of, no, like when it comes to like something like factory farming, you're not going to get rid of factory farming by encouraging people to go vegan. That's not, there has to be actual protections in place. But just in terms of, there's nothing wrong with somebody deciding to be vegan, I guess was the point earlier. Like, it doesn't hurt. You recommend moving to Canada from US? I don't think it's that easy. Don't stream and drive. I'm not driving. I am parked. All right. Did I get everybody? Ellen says, happy birthday. Hope you enjoy your day. Also strongly recommend reading Marx and Trotsky. I have been listening to an audiobook I forget the author now, but forget his name. But audiobook about that covers it. Because I'm not reading like giant books about like I'm not reading Capital. It's not happening. But I can read somebody's interpretation of it. That's a better way to do it. But yeah, I've been listening to an audiobook about it. Cat Buzz says, thank you for being my most trustworthy and succinct independent source of U.S. and Canadian news. Happy birthday, David. Thank you, Cat. All right. Would you ever run for PM? You kind of got to be an MP first and a leader of a party. But no, I would not. All right. Thanks, everybody. Though more people are showing up now. What's up with that? But thank you all for being here. How long has it been? 30 minutes. Oh, man. All right. Just came. What's going on? Whatever it is, David, please don't do it. Nothing's happening. Just go back to the beginning of the stream. You'll see the rest. All right. I apologize if I missed anybody because these chats just fly by and I can't see them all. All right. Gonna go celebrate my birthday. Thank you all for showing up. And I'm back again on Monday, trying to take a few days off politics. Have not been paying attention. It's actually been pretty good for my mental state. It's good to be able to refresh. Because when you do this content every day, at least for me, I feel like my work gets worse and worse when I don't have any way to really decompress and have a break from it. So by having a few days off, hopefully it'll recharge me and allow me to get back at it on Monday and feel a lot better. But on that note, last half of the interview with Christo going up today, so check that out. And Sunday, probably nothing going up. Maybe another live stream. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But thank you all for showing up, and see you later. Goodbye. Also, hit sub.